Hey family, so I took a poll on Instagram and I asked you guys what kind of video would you like me to do next. You voted and the results said for my labor and delivery story time. So let me see how I can start this. Okay, a little bit before Christmas, maybe like 2 weeks before Christmas, a week before Christmas, no, it was like 2 weeks before Christmas, me and Deuce had went to get a 3D ultrasound so we could see what B3 looked like. And when we did it, the lady was looking at him and measuring him, and she was like, oh, you might be due either Christmas or the 29th, because she was saying like how big he is. And we like, okay. But then we just had an appointment like 2 days before, and they still telling us January 7th. I mean, yeah, that was my due date, January 7th. So we're like, okay, he might come sometime. It's still late December, early January, whatever. So fast forward to Christmas. On Christmas, that was my mucus plug came out, and that was the first day I started feeling like, I want to say contractions, but it wasn't contractions. I kept calling it pressure. I kept feeling pressure. So Christmas night, I went with my friend to her, oh, this one of V3 toys I'm playing with. So Christmas night, I went to my friend, like her family gathering. I went with her, and every time I felt pressure, I text Deuce an emoji, and that was so he could know whenever I feel it, and also so I could look back at the messages and see like how far the timing was or whatever. So I'm feeling pressure, and it wasn't for a long time. Every time I felt pressure, it was like for maybe like, I want to say like a minute, 90 seconds, like something like that. So I kept feeling pressure or whatever. That was Christmas Day, and for some reason I just kept on feeling pressure for like that whole week. And that whole week, Deuce's sister kept on saying, oh, let's go walking around the park, like let's go walk around Betty T or something. And I'm like, okay. We kept on saying we're gonna walk around the park, kept on saying we're gonna do it, and I promise you, every day we're not doing it. Because if y'all don't know, when you close to having a baby, you're not supposed to be driving no more. So I wasn't driving my car no more, but for some way somehow, every time I still ended out, because if y'all don't know, I'm addicted to Target. Like, I promise y'all, I go to Target at least twice a week. Like, a lot of people go to Walmart for anything. I promise you, I go to Target for one thing.
She has a serious problem with Target.
Mirror shaped like Minnie Mouse.
Oh my god. And she has a weird obsession with Mickey and Minnie Mouse.
Wow. The mirror shaped, they got Mickey Mouse. That's kind of ugly.
I think this can be used as some type of proof as an intervention. How many times have you been to Target this week?
But the week just started, like.
Exactly. So how many times have you been so far?
Like 3 times.
And it's only Thursday. There are 4 days in the week.
Oh, like 4 times now.
Okay, so she came every day since Monday.
You know what? I feel judged.
And she doesn't even buy anything. She just walks around. I think this is some type of like mother relapse thing where she uses Target as a getaway, and it's a bit much.
Oh, they got the spoons. No, he don't need the spoons.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna get the bowls. I don't think you need the spoons.
How do you feel about Target, Widow Man?
He likes it because mommy likes it. He likes it because it makes mommy happy.
How do you feel about Target?
I like it.
His voice is not that deep. Look at him looking at her like, all of this stuff looks familiar, mommy. We've been here before.
I need the kind that's,
say hi.
I need the kind that's like to get the food because he spills it a lot.
Target should definitely sponsor her.
They should. And I leave them with 4 things, maybe, like, yeah. So either way, somehow I go to Target, I end up at the mall, at Walmart, like, and you notice all those times I'm walking. So by the time I get with Kiara, Deuce's sister, I end up not having to walk, or we end up not going to the park because I don't walk all day. So the 29th, me and my friend, where we went to Target, we went to the mall, we went to Walmart. And then where else we went? We went to Five Below. And it's so crazy because I said I'm gonna get a water bottle, because you know when you go into labor and stuff, you can't eat or drink nothing. And I'm like, that's my first time ever, because I was never hospitalized before. So I'm like, okay, I'm nervous. Overpack so much. Like, I wish I had a picture of what was all in my hospital bag. I got notes was in my hospital bag, but in my hospital bag, like I packed stuff for me, I packed stuff for V3, I packed stuff for Deuce. Like, I overpack. So I told her, let's get a water bottle. I bought chapstick and stuff, because I'm like, I'm gonna just put it in my hospital bag. But when we was at Five Below, we were supposed to go back to my house and look at stuff to online shop, because she had a trip coming up. But I was like, oh, Deuce said come to his house, or just drop me to his house. And she was like, okay. So she dropped me to Deuce's house, and I'm at Deuce's house. We chilling. It's the 29th. We chilling. Mind you, this the day that the lady said he was supposed to come. But I'm just like, I guess not. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting. Okay, so on Christmas was my on Christmas my Muse Plug came out, and I started feeling pressure. The 26th, I had doctor's appointment, and I told him, my doctor, that I was feeling pressure and stuff, and he was okay, that's good, your mucus plug came out, that's good. And I told him, I said, I'm tired of being pregnant. He like, what you mean? I said, I can't get induced. He was like, I mean, you can if you want to. I'm like, yeah, I want to. So we scheduled an induction for January 1st. I was supposed to go New Year's Day at 8:30 p.m. Okay, that's just like, okay, whatever. So then I was at Deuce's house. We was chilling, watching a movie, because you know, in our head we like, okay, these are last days, like, with it just being us. So we watching a movie, chilling, and I'm laying down, and I just keep on feeling pressure. Like, and for girls, when I say pressure, it feels like not like a cramp, but like like it literally feels like pressure, like something pushing on me. And I'm like, damn. And I just keep on because my period cramps used to be real bad, so I felt like contractions shouldn't like be that bad. So I feel the pressure, and Deuce like, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm vibing. So I went to the bathroom. And I was spotting, and I'm like, oh shit. So mind you, I got extra underwear and everything at Deuce's house. So so I took my underwear off and I put my shorts back on, because I'm just thinking to myself, when I go back in his room, I'm finna put on another pair of underwear. As soon as I walked out the bathroom, his mama was right there, and she like, Yana, you okay? I'm like, yeah. I said just like that. I was like, yeah. And I just walked to his room, and I didn't know she was following me, but I walked to his room, and I had looked at him, and I was like, come on. He like, what happened? I said, let's go. He was like, where we going? I said, let's go to the hospital. He like, right now? I'm like, yeah, let's go. Mind y'all, I'm a real planet type of person. So like, I've been told him, pack a hospital bag. I've been told him, like, I'm real like prepared type of person. So I told him like 2 weeks in advance to pack a hospital bag, have V3 car seat already in your car, because we never know when it's gonna happen. In my head, of course I want it to happen while I just so happen to be with him, but it's like, what if I'm not with him and my water would have broke while I was like at the hospital, while I was like at the mall or something. So when I'm telling him, come on, let's go, he just like, right now. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Like, I was spotting. Oh, for real? And then he just started running around. Not running, but he was like just grabbing stuff all around his room. Mind you, I don't have underwear. So at this time, I'm trying to like take my shorts off and put underwear on, and then put my shorts back on. But his mama came in, because she could hear him moving stuff and getting stuff. So she came in, and she like, what's wrong? I said, I was spotting. She was like, you was spotting? I'm like, yeah. Next thing you know, she going around the house, she telling Kiara, oh y'all, let's go. I'm like thinking to myself, where they going? But whatever. So dude's packed like a quick bag. You could say he probably forgot something on him, but he packed a quick bag. He like, all right, let's go. He grabbing his keys, he holding my hand like, come on. I see his sister and his mama, they done put pants on, they done got dressed real quick. She got a headscarf on. Let's go, let's go. I'm not a headscarf, but a hat. She's like, come on, let's go, let's go. I'm like, where they going? But whatever. So me and Deuce in the car. I'm quiet because I still like feel pressure. He helped me in. I still felt pressure, and we on our way to the hospital. And mind y'all, I went to the hospital. If y'all from Miami, y'all know at Pembroke Lakes Mall is a hospital right next to it. That's Memorial West. That's what Memorial West, whatever. Okay, so when I have doctor appointments, we all like my last trimester. Dude's been taking back streets to the hospital, and I'm just thinking like maybe he just impatient and stuff. Like, why he keep on taking back streets? But whatever, I ain't thinking nothing of it. And I didn't go on no maternity ward tour. I didn't go on none of that. I remember I pre-registered, but I didn't go on no tour or nothing, because I don't know. So the only way we know how to get in the hospital is to our doctor office. We don't know how to get to the maternity ward. We don't know how to go to the emergency room. We just know where our doctor office at. So he taking all these back streets, and I finally figured out why. Because he said when we was riding, he trying to play music, was trying to get my mind off of it, and he said something like, oh, I've been practicing this. And I'm thinking like, that's why he was taking back streets for this situation. Wow, okay, daddy, like you was prepared. So we riding there, and when we pulled up, me and him just looking like we don't know where to park, because we'll never go through this way. So we parked somewhere random, and then we walking out. And when we was walking out, a car was coming as we crossing the street, and I'm like looking at them like, bitch, you finna hit me? And it was his mama and his sister in his his sister car. And I'm just like, wow, okay. So they followed us, and me and him walking into the hospital, like to the emergency part, and he like, man, it probably don't even hurt like that. And I just looked at him like, bitch, what you mean it don't hurt like that? That's how my face was. I was like, you be saying some dumbass shit. And I just kept on walking. So we go inside the emergency room, and the security guard asked for IDs and stuff. So I got my ID, I gave it to him. And his mama like, Deuce, go get a wheelchair, go get a wheelchair. And I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck need a wheelchair? Because you know how when you go places and you say you see like kids and stuff in Walmart on the electric wheelchairs, you just like, these badass kids. But my mama was telling me for a while, why you don't be using it, why you don't be using it? I'm thinking to myself like, I'm not handicapped, so I never thought to use a wheelchair or nothing. So his mama like, oh, get the wheelchair, Yana, get the wheelchair. And I'm like, I don't need no wheelchair. She said, no, you're gonna need it soon. She sat me in the wheelchair, and they bringing me to the emergency room part so they could like not admit me, but like check me to see how everything is, if I can go home, if I should go home or not, see how far along I am. Okay, I promise y'all, every step this boy took, I felt a bump, like. And it just frustrated. You know how you already frustrated, something hurting on you, so it's like any little thing frustrating you more. So while he riding, while he pushing me, I just feel every bump like this, and I'm just like this nigga dog, whatever. So then what happened? So we got to the floor, and then I'm doing all the paperwork. They inside the little room. It's not like a room. You know when you go to the emergency room, you don't be in a room, you be like in a little like beds with curtains. Hold on. So you know how when you go to the emergency room, you don't be like in an actual room, you be like in one big room, but it be like a bed with a curtain and stuff like that. So okay, V3 woke up. So you know how you don't in the emergency room, so while they sitting in the little curtain room, whatever crap, while they sitting in that, I'm signing paperwork, and they asking me, oh, to register, and I'm like, I already pre-registered. They're like, what's your name? I gave it to them, and it was like, oh, we don't see your name on here. And I was just like, whatever. So I signed all the paperwork. They asked me how far along I am. I told them I'm 38 weeks. I'm finna be 39 weeks in like 2 days. They asked me who is my doctor, when was my last appointment. I told them. They was like, okay, go ahead, get undressed, and we're gonna call your doctor. Okay, I got undressed. They put a monitor. They put 2 monitors on my stomach, one to feel his heartbeat and one to measure my contractions. So they was okay, we see you are having contractions, the baby looks fine, everything's great, let's just call your doctor. And they was saying they was finna see how far I'm dilated, because when I did my doctor appointment on the 26th, they came and checked how far I was dilated. And when they check how far you dilated, all they're doing is putting their hand in you and trying to see, like, depending on how many fingers or how their hand and everything feel, they could tell how far you dilated. And for y'all who never had a baby, dilation is basically how open your vagina is so their head could fit out. If you like 5 centimeters, you like this much. 10 centimeters is how much you really are, and that's like this much. And that's basically the top of his head. Like, put your head down. Well, y'all can't see, but it's like that much could fit out. So they checked to see how far I was dilated. And when I had my appointment on the 26th, I was 1 centimeter dilated. But when they checked me that night, I was 4 centimeters. So when they called my doctor was like, just keep her, because I was going to induce her in 2 days anyway. Just keep her and let's see what go on. Okay. So they checked me in. They got me a room. Now me and Deuce in the room. We thinking his mom and sister finna go home and like get rest and stuff, because they said, because you know, a lot of times labor is unpredictable. Sometimes it could be, you could be in labor for 4 hours and they come. Sometimes you can be in labor for 2 days and they come. So labor is real unpredictable. But I just thought that maybe he'll be here like the next day. Sometime the next day, like maybe the middle of the afternoon or something like that. So I'm telling them, like, y'all could go home, like, y'all don't have to stay. What happened, baby? I'm saying y'all could go home, like, nobody gotta stay. Like, we probably gonna be here all night, nothing happened. It don't really matter. So me and Deuce is in the room, and the nurse explaining everything. She was asking me did I want to get my epidural now. She was asking me, like, telling me how it is to use the bathroom, saying explaining the remotes, explaining the monitors, explaining everything, giving me the IV. Come on. So I what happened? Bless you. Bless you, baby. So the nurse was explaining everything to me about the catheter, about the epidural. She was explaining everything. So I went to the bathroom, and Deuce was looking around the room and everything, because it was a real big room. So I'm in the bathroom, the nurse helping me use the bathroom, and then they was talking about epidural. I'm like, okay, I'll get it now, because she was saying that the way my contractions look on the charts, they're gonna keep getting higher and keep getting worse, so I must get epidural now. I was like, okay, I guess so. It don't matter, because I wanted to get epidural regardless. So okay. So okay, I got the epidural. No, his sister and his mama came in the room, and I'm like, y'all still hit it? Like, yeah, we finna go home real quick to take a shower and stuff and come back. I'm like, okay. So I called my mama, and I told my mama and my best friend that I was here, blah blah blah. Then nobody probably got to come yet. It won't be that fast. Y'all could just come tomorrow. Like, don't worry about it tonight. I'm thinking like this just me and Deuce time to like actually like have in our mind like, damn, we about to really be a family. Like, it's about to happen. So the anesthesiologist came, and she was like, oh, I'm here to give you your epidural. And Deuce had to sit in front of me in a chair. Like, he couldn't be walking around the room. And they told me to sit a certain way. And you know, when they give you the epidural, they put the needle in your spine. You know how people put an IV in, like the needle don't be there, it be a needle, and then that's to insert the little plastic part so the medicine can go through straight to your vein. So that's basically how the epidural is. It's just straight to your spine though, so you don't feel nothing from like maybe like under your breast and down. You don't feel nothing. So they gave me epidural, and I promise y'all, once she gave me that epidural, y'all would have thought I was high, because I'm telling y'all, I was just like okay, I'm gonna insert a picture. So then I had epidural, and they kept on coming in to check me. So maybe right now it's maybe like 11 o'clock at night. It's probably like 11 or 12 o'clock at night. So then maybe not even, probably like 1 in the morning. So then around like 2, the nurses keep on coming and checking in on you and stuff. So maybe, and then Deuce mama and sister them came back, we all chilling. So she came in and they like, oh, she checking me. Mind you, with the epidural, I don't feel nothing. So if she didn't tell me, hey, I'm checking to see how far you dilated, I would have never knew she was touching me. I would never knew nothing. Like my legs was just like out, like just here. So Deuce laying on the bed and his mom and his sister laying down too, and I'm just in the bed like, alright, cool, whatever. Like I looked it high. So the nurse was like, go off and check and see how far you dilated. Okay. She said, oh my god, you're 8 centimeters. I'm like, damn, that was fast. And then she like, wow, you're 8 centimeters, but your water didn't break yet. And she said about 4 times. She was like, your water didn't even break yet. I can feel the baby, but the water didn't break. I can feel it. Next thing you know, I hear, and I promise you, I sound, you know how just like when you have a water balloon, how you have a water balloon and how it sound when it break, it sounded just like that. But since I had the epidural, I did not feel the water on my legs. I just heard when it hit the ground and I heard when it popped. But since my legs was numb, I didn't feel no water touch my legs. So I'm like, damn. She was like, oh my god, your water just broke, it just broke. I'm like, okay, that's good. And she was like, yeah, it's very good, he's gonna be here soon. It's like 2 in the morning now. So I called my mama and my best friend and my other friend. I called him. I'm like, oh, I'm 8 centimeters now and my water just broke. Man, my mama like, okay, well, I'll come in the morning. My 2 friends was like, I'm on the way now. I'm coming to the house now. I mean, not to the house. I'm coming to the hospital now. I'm on the way. Don't say nothing. Don't worry about nothing. I'm coming right now. And I'm just telling them like, labor is not that fast. I'm telling them like, labor is not that fast. You don't have to come yet. Don't even worry about it. They're like, no, I'm coming now. I don't want to miss nothing. I'm coming now. And I'm like, whatever. So they came. My mama, and they blew my mama phone up so much that my mama just came too. So now it's me, Deuce sister, Deuce mama, my mama, and my 2 friends. There's 7 of us in the room. So, and the room's big, so we all just chilling. And then for some reason, like, even though I had the epidural, I wasn't feeling nothing, but I kept feeling pressure. You see just how he's sitting on this side in my stomach. What's wrong? In my stomach, he kept liking that same side. In my stomach, he was only on my right side. He did not fuck with my left side like that. He just always liked my right side. So I can feel him sitting on my right side. And it's like, it felt like pressure again. I'm telling myself like, why do I feel pressure if I shouldn't feel nothing? Like, in my head with the epidural, I shouldn't feel nothing. I got this IV in my back, so I don't feel nothing. Why do I feel anything? I'm telling the nurse that. The nurse like, oh no, it's not. They don't switch nurses. This is always Hispanic lady now. She like, oh no, you're supposed to feel a little pressure. That's just the slightness of it. You're supposed to feel just a little bit. You're not supposed to feel anything. No. The way I was explained epidural, I shouldn't feel nothing. So why do I feel anything? Tell the anesthesiologist to come in the room. My mama like, Yana, just chill, like relax. The lady said, you gonna feel a little bit. I said, no, that's not how it's supposed to be. I don't want to feel nothing. So why do I feel? Why do I feel it? And my best friend just like, oh shit. And Deuce just like, man, just get her whatever she want. Like, y'all tripping. So the anesthesiologist came and she gave me another dose. She like, oh yeah, it's uneven for some reason. It's like you're sick, because I'll be laying like on my side or on my back. She was like, oh, maybe you need to switch sides often and stuff so it could be on both sides, not just one side. She said, because right now basically the epidural is like going mostly on the side that he's on, but that's why you still feel a little bit of something on the other side. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So she gave me another dose. And then that dose felt good all over again. So then I told my best friend, I said, get some ice and like rub it on my leg to see if I feel it. Then I feel it. I just saw she was doing it, but then I feel it cold or nothing. What is he doing? So then Now so it's like 5 or 6 in the morning. Every time they check on me, they telling me, oh, your doctor's on the way, he's coming soon, he's coming soon, you can start pushing when he comes. Y'all talking about I can start pushing? It's like it's happening that fast. They're like, yeah, he should be here by the morning. I'm like, damn. So me and Deuce text him, and he like, oh, we only gonna have strictly family in the room. I'm like, okay, whatever. So maybe like around 9 o'clock, my doctor come in. And when I tell y'all I love my doctor, I had Dr. Amul Abdallah. I love him. Like his energy, his mood just make you in a better mood, I promise you. So as soon as he walked in talking about some, man, you know how many no, he walked in, he said, man, what happened? I said, what you mean what happened? He said, man, you're supposed to be here in 2 days, what happened to you? I said, he didn't want to wait no more. He was like, man, you know how many red lights I passed to get here? I said, you did not pass no red light. He said, yes I did. I got a whole bunch of red light tickets just to get here for you. I said, yeah, okay. Then he telling me, all right, let me see what's going on. So he was like, let me see what's going on. And he said that he can see this, literally. He said, wow, he has so much hair. He has so much hair. I can see his hair. Wow, oh my God, he has a head full of hair. I get compliments on his hair all the time because it's real full and curly and stuff. But mind y'all, when he kept on telling me, I can see hair, I think every baby got hair. Like, okay, he can see hair. By this time, my 2 friends was out the room. It was just me, Deuce, my mama, and his sister. So my mama and his mama just turned up. They was like, we don't want to see it. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Mind you, mama got a big mouth. But when it's time to push, mama, all you hear silence. I'm like, what D at? I'm over here. I'm like, why you over there? Because I don't want to see. I'm gonna support you from back here. I'm like, wow. So Deuce had one leg and his sister had the other leg, and I'm pushing. Mind with epidural, I didn't know. Like when I say I literally can't, you feel numb. I didn't know I was pushing. I can't, like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. So they telling me whenever you feel that little bit of pressure, because at this time they like the epidural is a dosage, so they could turn it up and turn it down. So they turned it down so I could feel a little bit of pressure so I could know when to push. They're like, oh, when you feel a little bit of slight pressure, just start to push. Okay, I started pushing, and I was pushing. I don't know if I was doing it right or not, to be honest. I was just pushing like I had to do. So I'm just like what? And I'm just like trying to push. And then I'm so like, it was so tiring. They call it labor for a reason, because it was so tiring. They tell you get rest while you can, because when labor comes, you're gonna be doing some work. And I see why they was telling me that now, because labor is literally like pushing. So what I was saying, so like around 9:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. So I was pushing, and when it's time to push, the doctor said, okay, I'm gonna count down from 10. You push all the way till I get to 1. Okay, man, by the time this man got to 3, I stopped pushing. I was tired. After a while, he was just like, okay, look, don't even, it was like 10:39. They was aggravated with me. No, was it like 10 o'clock when he came in? I don't remember, but either way, I was pushing for a long time. A lot of people would be like, oh, 3 pushes and he was done. Nah, I was in there for a while. So it's like 10:30 now, and he was like, okay, don't even push. When you feel the pressure, just let him go, because when you push him, he coming out, but then when you stop so early, he slide back in. Imagine like this, and when I'm pushing, he's going like this, but then when I stop early, he going back in like that. So they're like, okay, just let him do on his own. So I stopped pushing, and when I felt the pressure again, I just let him go, and he came out. And then the doctor pulled the rest of him out. He came out, like everything was just all good. And then they pressed on my stomach. Oh, and mind you, soon as they pulled him out, I heard him cry, and I started crying. Like, I'm talking about like boo-hoo crying. Like, I was crying. And then they hurry up. Okay, baby. What's wrong with Mama's boy? So as soon as they pulled him out, I was crying, he was crying, and Deuce was just like, damn. Like, he not a crier, he's not emotional like that. So he was just looking at us like, damn, man, damn. I'm just like, yeah. So then he cut the cord, and I don't know, I enjoyed the labor. It was all right to me, because the only thing that hurt was afterwards they push on your stomach to make sure like everything is in place, there's no blood clots and stuff, and to get the placenta out. And I mean, it was okay. Like, I would have another one, give me some years, but I'll have another one. And I don't know, just pee pulling on my chain. Go ahead and break it so that I could buy me a new one. But I don't know, at first his face was swollen. I was like, ooh. And as soon as they pulled him out, they threw him right on me, and I was like, I wasn't ready yet. I was like, ooh, hold up now. But it was a real like touching moment, if I should say it like that, because I was crying and everybody was just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then when they put him out, he had a lot of hair. I was like, whoa, that's what they meant when they kept on saying he got a lot of hair. But he was so handsome, so handsome. He was so handsome. As soon as he was out, well, not as soon as he was out, but you know, all babies look the same at first. But once I like wiped him off and everything, he was so cute. And oh my gosh, I was in love. And then me and Deuce was just looking at him, and then as soon as I had him, he latched right on. And I was like, wow. Like, the fact that the fact that babies just know to like go to your breast to eat, like, it was just like a wow type of moment. It was crazy, and changed my life ever since, for the good though. Like, I always knew I was gonna be a good mom. I always knew I want to be a mom, but like actually like doing it, it's just like actually like birthing your child is like a different type of love, like a different type of protection, a different type of like, nah, you can't, anything happen to this one, that's on me, like, nah. And it's just something a lot of people might not experience or want to experience. But anyway, that's my whole labor and delivery story. You guys should like and subscribe and hit that little bell button too to get notifications whenever I post. And also everything in my for like social media will be linked in the description bar below, because V3 has an Instagram, my Instagram, and my mommy Instagram page. And anything else video wise, I'll be like posting on Instagram just like I did this video, for like which videos to post next. Most likely I think I'll post a vlog, because I have a lot of footage I just didn't edit yet. I don't know, but yeah, so that's all. Say good night. Say good night. V3, say good night. Give him a kisses. Give him the coolest. Give him. Oh! Night, family. Look how everybody gonna be looking at you. Say hi. Say hey, family. Y'all think he look like me or Deuce? It look like mama or dada? It look like me or he look like me? He don't like Deuce.